Hello friends, my name is Shashank and welcome back to my channel Corporate Guy, and today in this video we are going to learn that how you can swap values in Excel. You might have heard of the if function which you can use to swap values, but in this video I am going to give you three different ways which you can use to swap values in Excel. So you can see we have just very simple list of employees and we have given a rating from a scale of 1 to 5, and in the three different columns I want to convert that scale to a text value which will give me the rating in a poor to excellent range, right? So let's see how you can just start and create data for yourself to practice in Excel using ChatGPT as well. So and then I will explain the three different methods which you can use to swap values in Excel, right? So first of all, if I just start with the new Excel sheet, we will also learn that how you can create a data set from scratch using ChatGPT in a very simple manner, right? So let me just open my ChatGPT. As you can see that we have this blank screen and I'm going to give a very simple prompt to ChatGPT. Hi, can you create 30 names for my Excel data set. So this way you can just copy and paste, right? I need employee names, right? So now you have the 30 different names which you can just simply copy and paste in your Excel so that you can now start working on a data set, right? So I have these names and then I'm going to just paste in my Excel sheet here. So I have the names, right? So let's say I have employee name. So next step is I want to give just a random rating to all of these employees, right? So one way is you can just start giving random values to them. Let's say 1, 2, 3, or again you can start 3, 4, 5, right? So this is a time wasting activity because in Excel you have a solution for everything. So I'm going to use a rand between function. So rand between function gives you a random value from bottom to top range. So my bottom range is 1 and my top range is 5. So I'm going to give that range in this, and I will just press enter, and the moment you press enter it will give you a random value, and every time you press enter it will change the value to some other random number, right? So now I'm just going to drag it down to all the fields. So now I have the employee names and I have the ratings, but I want this rating to stay consistent. So I will just copy this whole column and then I will paste these values as values so that there is no formula or function which can again change the values, right? So now I want to convert this scale into a rating in a text value. So the first function which I'm going to demonstrate is a very new function, and it is very easy and you can use them in multiple scenarios. So this function is called switch. So switch function is what it does, it switch values from one value to another based on the reference you are taking here. So I'm going to take a reference here as this B4, and as I drag it down to the below rows it will just automatically change the reference from B4 to B5 and so on, right? So my first reference is if B4 is 1, right, then I'm going to give it a result as poor, right? And if B4 is, let's say, 2, then I'm going to give it a rating as good. So let's say average. Okay, so now this is for 2, and if it is 3 then it should go as good, and if it is 4 then it should go as very good, and if it is 5 then it will be converted into excellent, right? So let me just close the parenthesis, press enter, and now you see if it is 1 the value should be switched to poor, and if it is 5 it should be excellent, and so on. So that was the method number 1 using the switch function, right? And the next function which I'm going to show you is the if but not if, it's ifs function, right? It's called IFS, which is nested ifs. Instead of using multiple if within a if, we use ifs function, right, to give us the same result which we have just achieved using the switch function. So I'm going to use ifs open parenthesis. So logical test in the ifs function, the only thing changes is you have to give reference every time when you are giving any logical expression here, right? So the logical expression is if b4 is equal to 1, then it should be poor, right? And if b4 is equal to 2, then it should be, you know, average, right? Okay, and so on. If it is equal to 3, then it should be, you know, good. And if it is 4, then it should be very good. And if it is equal to 5, then it should be excellent. Okay, so let me just close the parenthesis, press enter. Now you can see if the rating is 1, scale is 1, then it is poor, and if it is 5, then it is excellent. Now you can see we have achieved the same results using the ifs function. And now the last one, which is my favorite and very easy to use, and I want you to just let me know in the comment section that which function you found very useful and convenient in swapping values. So for that I have to just create a scale right from 1 to 5 and then give them a rating here. So let's say if it is 1, then it should be poor, as we have discussed already. If it is 2, then it is average. And if it is 3, then it is good, and if it is 4, then it should be very good, and if it is 5, then it is excellent. So now this is a scale. You can save it somewhere else in the same sheet or in a new sheet, and then we're going to use a very simple function, very popular, VlookUp. Very easy. So lookup value is this. If this is taking reference from this table array, which you know that how to use VLOOKUP function, then column index should be 2 because we are taking reference from the column 1, right? And then we are matching this column to this value, and then if these values matches, then output should be from the column number 2, right? And it should be exact match, so we are using 0. So press enter, and now you see that we have the same value using a VLOOKUP function in a very easy way. But the only problem, if you see here, is we are getting NA, that is error. If you use VLOOKUP, you have to very cautious about how you use the ranges and references, because if you are not locking the reference, it might change the values. So let me just give you example at what happened actually here. So we use K3 to L7, but as you drag down your function, these value will change dynamically. So it will become K6 to L10. So now there is no value in K6 and L10, so that is why you are getting an error. So that is why we have to lock the values with absolute reference. So just select that range K3 and press F4, and select L7, press F4, and then now if I again drag it down, you will get the accurate results here. So now you can see that 3 different ways you can use to achieve the same results. So it's up to you that under which circumstances you want to use which Excel function to achieve the same results. So that is it for today's video, and let me know in the comment section that which function or formula you found very useful or convenient to use in swapping values in Excel, right? So if you like the video, if you learned something new, don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you so much.